This one. Now, last week when I asked you guys to send me in some questions for my Q&A I did, there was one question I actually missed out, and that was my most popular question that I got asked, and I thought I'd save it for its own video, and that is because it's probably going to take more than a few seconds to explain it all. And that popular question was, how do I afford all my cars? Now, before I actually go any further in this video, I am going to put a bit of a disclaimer on it. I am not a financial advisor. This isn't advice at all. This is purely just describing and explaining to you guys exactly what I did and you can see how it's worked for me. So that is as far as I'm going to go. This is not advice. Now, the RS3 that you can see behind me here is the car that I started my YouTube channel on just over 2 years ago. Now, we'll jump inside and talk a little bit more because it is getting a bit windy out here and I'm worried about my camera. So yes, the question I got asked most was, how did I afford all these cars? Now, I don't mind answering the question at all. It's not like it's a secret or anything like that, and it might benefit people. I think a lot of people asking the question were genuinely interested because they want to start something similar to themselves and they just want a bit of advice, and other people just are genuinely interested. So I've got no problem answering the question. It's not like it's a secret. So I'll just go through a basic overview of how I got to buy all these cars. So before I go any further, I just want to give you a little bit of an idea of how I spend my money, and I think this example will be a perfect way to explain it. Now, when I was 20, in fact even possibly 19, I bought a Focus RS Mark II from a Ford dealer. It was only a few months old. If I've got a picture of it, I'll put it up now. It had done a couple of thousand miles, and it's the car I regret selling the most because it's probably worth still today what I paid for it, which is very annoying, but anyway, that's a different story. Now, this is before PCPs really existed, so it was on a hire purchase. I didn't have much money back then, so it was a low deposit, and I was working at an independent garage, so I was earning probably only about £1,200 a month. I was living at home, so I didn't have to pay rent or anything like that. Or not much rent anyway, I can't really remember now. And that car, that Focus RS, was costing me near on £900 a month, including HP repayments, insurance, tax and fuel. So it was costing me £900 a month and I was earning £1,200 a month. So that just gives you a bit of an idea of how I spend my money. Like I've always the kid that I spent no money on anything but cars. All my money went on cars. I don't care about designer clothes, don't care about watches, don't care about anything else really apart from spending money on cars. It's quite a running joke within my friend group that I always look like a bit of a tramp because I always wear the cheapest clothing, but then I turn up in the most expensive cars. Running joke, but that is pretty much how I work. Money, everything on cars, nothing on really anything else. So that will give you a little bit of an understanding. Now I'm going to give you a quick overview on how I bought most of the cars, or each car. I won't go too much into detail because it's probably a bit boring, but my main method and theory is OPM. Now, for people not aware of that, it's other people's money. Now, what I've always done is borrow money to make money. So for example of that is bank loans, credit cards and hire purchase agreements. Less so because they're usually secured to an asset, so it's a bit more difficult to do anything, but personal loans and interest-free credit cards is the main way I source my money. Now, the RS3 started the channel just over 2 years ago, and I went to my local bank. I got a biggest loan possible over a nice long period of 6 years with low monthly payments, and that gave me a great base to start my YouTube channel, guys. So with that money I managed to buy this RS3, pay for all the parts to fix it, and also bought the S3 and the 2 cheap A3s with that money as well. Now I've still got the S3 and the RS3. The 2 A3s were subsequently sold and reinvested back into the channel. Now in the 2019 period when I first started the channel, I was working, well still am, but I was working flat out doing my day job, which is transporting new cars around the country. And therefore I was doing a lot less videos. I was probably only doing one video every 10 days-ish back then. And that's because in that first year, I still managed to do over 70,000 miles in my transporter. So I was working ridiculously hard. 15, 16, 17-hour days were very common. And I was doing that to save as much money to reinvest or to invest it into my YouTube channel so I can buy cars and create content for you guys. Now, with money that I'd previously saved up from before YouTube, and then going into 2019 saving more and more money, I was able to buy the S4 from auction and then pay to fix that. Now, the Mustang was the first the most expensive car I bought up to that point. Now, to be able to buy that, I needed another loan. So I went to the bank, asked them very nicely, got all my credit in line, and they agreed to lend me some more money. Not quite as much as the first one, but they agreed to lend me more. And with the proceeds of the sale of the S4 and the new bank loan, I was able to secure the Mustang. Luckily, the Mustang didn't cost that much to repair, so it wasn't that difficult. Then I had the Polo GTI. Now, the Polo GTI was actually bought on a credit card. Now, I flip in between credit cards and utilize that interest-free period. So it's quite easy to get a credit card on a 0% deal on purchases for up to 2, maybe even 3 years sometimes. So I utilize credit cards a lot because they are mostly interest-free and it doesn't cost me any money to use them. The only way I have to pay is a slight fee on the transaction when I buy the car. But the interest we're talking, well, it's like 100 quid basically, and that, if someone said to you, look, here's 4 or 5 grand, you can buy this car and it's only going to cost you £100 in interest, yeah, hell yeah. So that is what I did with a Polo GTI. So next after that came the Q5, and I was just in the process of selling the S4 and the Polo GTI. I don't think I had quite sold them yet, so I actually needed to borrow some money off a friend to be able to buy the Q5, which I did, and then subsequently sold the S4 and the Polo GTI. And I then used that money to pay my friend back, so I then had the Q5 as well. The Q5 didn't stick around long because there was nothing really wrong with it, so the Q5 was then sold, and I used the money that I sold that for to buy the RS4 B8. Now, if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen any of my videos before, and you're wondering what all these cars I'm reading off are, please do go back onto my channel and you can look through all the videos of the cars I've repaired to date, and if you like what you see, please do hit that subscribe button. Now, after the RS4 I've still got, it's sat over there somewhere waiting for some more miles to be put on it. So after the RS4, I think came the Porsche, possibly. If I've forgotten any cars in this, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want people going through my videos and going, oh, what about this car? I can't remember every single car, so please don't quote me. But then come the Porsche Boxster, and if you remember in that video that I did say that my friend had actually invested most of the money into that. I've only got a little bit in it. So that is how the Porsche was bought. And then came the RS4 Supercharged. Now, that was a complete whim. I didn't have the money to pay for that, so in full. So I actually managed to put most of that on a credit card as well. So a credit card is how I bought the RS4 Supercharged, and it's how I've also paid for the new supercharger and the parts to repair it as well. Now, the Golf GTI next, and that again has come from savings. So that's a quick overview of how I've bought and paid for all my cars. It's quite simple really. It's 2 big bank loans, a lot of credit cards, and money that I've worked hard to save myself. So there's no trick to it. It's just literally hard work and being savvy with how you borrow money. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Oh, and also the S3, the new S3, that is on a PCP with hardly any money down as a deposit, and I just pay monthly for that. So again, another finance agreement. Now, in the thumbnail, you've probably seen it say I'm now going to sell them all. So let's head back into the workshop and I'll explain exactly why. Now, the reason that I'm selling most of my cars, now I'm hoping it's going to be some good news, and that good news is that I've hired a driver to take over some of the driving from myself, and it means that I can hopefully start doing more and more YouTube wise, more and more content for you guys, and spend some more time in the workshop. Now, obviously hiring a driver is going to be a big financial hit for me because I'm going to have to pay him every month, and that is why I'm selling most of my cars, guys. If money was unlimited, I would 100% keep them all because I've spent a lot of time repairing them, so I've got that connection with them. I would love to keep them, but unfortunately I don't have all the money in the world, and therefore I cannot afford to keep them just sat there. So unfortunately they will be up for sale, but I'm hoping it's going to be investing into the channel and meaning I can spend some more time in the workshop creating content for you guys. So you can treat this as a bit of a for sale advert if you want. I will be selling 4 cars, and those 4 cars will be the supercharged RS4, That will be going. The S3 8L will be going. My new S3 Saloon will be going. And regrettably, the RS3. Now, the RS3 is probably the car that I don't want to sell the most, because it is the car that I started my channel with. I've had it over 2 years and it's only going to go up in value. I really don't want to sell it, but I have to think of the future basically, and I need that financial blanket to be able to afford to pay a driver to take over the driving for me, and then also bring new content to the channel. So unfortunately, the RS3's got to go as well. So if anyone's interested in those 4 cars, please do either DM me on Instagram or email me at savingsalvage1@gmail.com. The RS4 Supercharged isn't quite ready yet. It's probably going to be another week or 2 before that is ready to go. But yeah, if anyone's interested, please do message me. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that was a good insight into how I bought my cars, and if people found it useful or just were genuinely interested, there we have it. And hopefully some good news going forward as well, with me being able to spend a lot more time in the workshop now, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and the next video will be on the Golf GTI actually, because I unfortunately had to cancel the MRC booking for the health check on the RS4 Supercharged because I had to work. It's as simple as that. It's getting towards the end of March, so business is picking up a bit, and my day job still comes first, unfortunately, so I had to work on the Monday, so I had to cancel the MRC booking. So I'm just waiting for the busy period to finish. So beginning of April, hopefully it will settle down again and we can get the RS4 rebooked in. So the next video will be on the Golf GTI. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.